Hey, what's going on guys? The Langbanger here. I have a new video for you and I wanted to go over the new structure deck that just came out, and it's centered around Crystal Beast. So Crystal Beast, I believe it originated in Force of the Breaker. That was a pretty cool set because, I think the secret rares were really popular, but I was more so looking at the archetype itself within it, and that's Crystal Beast. It's a really cool deck. Of course, it's been like a decade plus, and the deck really never got support, and I'm happy that it got its own starter deck, or structure deck, I should say. I still don't think that this deck is tier one because really, if you think about it, just the way that it works, like you want to summon, you want to get stuff in your spell and trap zones. It has really powerful spells, has pretty good traps too. The monsters, I think it's pretty good, like getting better. But I think in a few months we're going to be getting like advanced dark support, which is like a Crystal Beast field spell. And I guess we're getting retrains of all the original Crystal Beast monsters. So I don't know if that means it'll be better or you just got a different route. Yeah, let's just go into the contents. So you have the original Rainbow Dragon. Kind of cool story with this from, back in the day. If you guys remember, this card came in Ghost Rare and it had the misname, I think, of Chaos Neos, and then Flip Flop, if I'm not mistaken. It's been so far back now. But you can also see, like, I just opened this and you can see it's pretty unmint. I don't really care, but it's whatever. So now I believe this is a new card. And with this, you need one ultimate crystal monster and 7 crystal beast monsters to bring it out. And essentially, you do have a way to get this up to 11,000. I'm not going to go through the full facts. I myself have actually not begun to study this deck. So maybe about in a week or two, I might have a profile up. I might just do a profile just of 3 of the structures combined. So in case you guys just want to go out, drop $10 a structure deck, combine it, and you might be able to go to locals, have some fun. I probably would suggest, if you want to go that way, maybe just get a couple of generic links, maybe some exceeds. I don't think you can synchro, but just along those lines, you do have extra deck cards. You have the fusions, but just find some cards just to fill in. I can definitely assure you that this deck can OTK very big beaters, but then also if you get that carbuncle going and you get to summon multiple crystal beasts from your spell and trap zone, that could almost be a win condition in itself. You should be able to summon something very nasty off of that. This is not new, I believe. That came out of some set. I forget what it was. Might have been Battle of Legend last year. I don't recall, but it's nice that we got a reprint, so I'm not going to go into that. So here is a new card. And again, like I said, I'm going to try not to go in too much detail just because, again, I just don't know much about this yet. But you can summon again, and then you can destroy a Crystal Beast card you control in your hand. And if you do, add a Crystal Spell or Trap from deck to the hand. Then you can see that there's a return effect as well at the end. So this is really cool. Again, I just got to see how this works, but I'm thinking this would probably be a 2 of, if not a 3 of. Just really cool being able to bounce, being able to search. Even though you're destroying some of your own cards, of course, you're going to get those back very easily. It really all just depends on, what spells you want to use. And honestly, another way to look at it, I don't want to say this is the main play, but at least this was old school. You would just go Pegasus, grab Pegasus, put in the spell and trap, summon that from the spell and trap, search that, and just go on. And that's kind of how the deck used to work, but I don't know now. This is a reprint, but it's a very desired reprint, I should say. I don't know how much this card was before, but it's just nice that it's available in here. And again, I haven't been looking too much into this deck or archetype over the years. I didn't even bother getting this support when it came out like a couple years ago. There was this. There was Rainbow Bridge, I think Crystal Master, Crystal Keeper. There's 2 pendulums, 2 spells. I don't know if there was anything else, but everything I believe is in this deck. So you shouldn't have to go out and buy any Crystal Beast themed cards. So I believe this card's old, so I'm not going to go into that. They did give you 2 tokens, so that's pretty cool. At the very least, just really cool art. Carbuncle, I mean, probably the second best Crystal Beast monster. I mean, Pegasus is crazy. All the other ones, I mean, that's kind of like where this deck kind of was underwhelming, because you look at all the other Crystal Beasts and they really didn't do anything spectacular. Like Carbuncle was nuts. Pegasus, at least that had value. Like you could see where you were going with that. But kind of the other ones are kind of so that's just that. But cool that there's tokens. And then you got the Carbuncle, the cats, you got the tortoise, you got the tiger, got the mammoth, got the eagle, got the Pegasus. So I think in total there's 7 Crystal Beasts, hence why you see that text on a lot of cards saying that if you have 7 with different names. So you have Rainbow Dark Dragon. That's fine as a reprint. I don't think it was a lot of money, but again, in the thought process of just throwing as much as you can into a structure deck, and then someone being able to go out and get it and not have to really pick up anything, that's cool. So there's the Crystal Master, the Crystal Keeper. Those aren't new. You have a reprint of Haman. I never liked that idea or thought process. I mean, it makes sense that you would get continuous cards, but I just don't think it's worth it personally, but might be wrong. So now on to some good reprints. You have Dimension Shifter, you have Contact C, you have Ash Blossom, and you have Ghost Spell. So almost like these 2 and the Shifter, I don't want to say that's, you know, worth it for you to even just go out and get those as reprints, but like Ash Blossom, I think like at the time of making this video, it's a $5 or $6 card, and the fact that the structure is 10, I mean, 3 decks, 30 bucks, 3 of those, you know, let's say 18, you know, give or take, whenever you guys are watching this video. You could even just sell the Ash Blossoms if you don't care about field spell or hand traps, not field spells. Get a little bit of your money back. There's a lot of different ways you could look at things, but yeah. So that was the first, like, I don't know what it was, 7 or 8 cards maybe. They were all foil. I don't think there's any more foils left in this stack, but so here's another new card, I believe at least, Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. Reveal 1 ultimate crystal monster, which, by the way, if someone can post in the comments, I'm actually kind of confused on that, because I don't know if all the original Crystal Beasts are considered ultimate crystal or what, because I don't think I saw a single monster that said ultimate crystal. So let me know if I'm off on that. But essentially, let me see here. Basically, you just need to reveal 1 in your hand and then activate one of these 2 effects. And then if you control an ultimate crystal monster, you can activate 1 or 2 of these effects in sequence. So that means both, I believe. So that's just really cool. Take a Rainbow Bridge or a Rainbow Refraction. That's a spell or the trap, and we'll get into that. And then special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster card from your hand, deck, graveyard, or spell and trap zone. That's a lot of utility there. Crystal Aegis, I believe this is new. You take 1 Crystal Beast monster you control, destroy it, then special summon 1 token. The same original type, attribute, level, and attack defense. So I look at a card like this, and I kind of would have wished that it was a quick play. That just allows you to just get around hand traps and, you know, maybe just during the battle phase attack with something and then get rid of it. Maybe that might have been too good. I don't know. Then you got the Ruins, the old OG. again, just looking back, like, a decade or so ago, like, this card, like, I mean, you read it and it's like clearly, the later into the game or the more, field control or field buildup that you have, like, it just gets even more nuts. I mean, I don't really know how else to like really state this, but like out of all the decks like in the game, this has to have like some of the strongest spells like ever made. I mean, that's not saying Crystal Beasts are broken because it is a very fragile archetype or mechanic or play style, however you want to state that. But you just start to read these cards and like they're insane. Um, Rainbow Bridge, so that's cool. Crystal Blessing, that's old school. Don't need to go into that. Crystal Beacon, Crystal Abundance. I don't know. That's got to be in my top 10 for like strongest spells in the game. So that's crazy. I don't remember it saying send 4 though. I don't know if that was errated. I thought it was send as many as you have and then you destroy. I don't know. Or send, I should say. Crystal Promise, you have Crystal Tree, Crystal Release, Rare Value, Rainbow Refraction, Advanced Dark. I don't think any of those are new. Certainly not, those there. I know those are older. Melody of Awakening Dragon. That's a welcome reprint. I don't know how much that was before, but again, why not just pop open a deck and you just got, card choices there. So that would net you the big Crystal Beasts, I believe. So, Foolish Burial Goods, The Walking Meme, another reprint, but you know what? That's a welcome reprint. Cosmic Cyclone. Now we get into the traps. So you have Crystal Boon. So you can special summon up to 2 Crystal Beast monsters from your spell and trap zone if you do gain life points. So it's just another way just to summon again. It might be a little too slow though, so I'll just pause for a second. Crystal Miracle. So this is really cool. They have their own Solemn Judgment. And then you can banish it from your grave and then place 1 Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or grave. So that's cool. Just other ways just to fill up the graveyard, stop your opponent's plays, which I guess really that was something the deck was lacking in too, because if it was just a matter of you just being able to go first in OTK, that's fine. But then if you didn't or your opponent disrupted you, what were you going to do? You would have to have some during your opponent's turn so that you could live to see another day. So Crystal Brilliance, I don't know if that's new or not. Crystal Pair, I believe that's old. Crystal Conclave, old, I believe. Ultimate Crystal Magic. Counter Gem, Ferret Flames. You have a Crystal Beast token, Metaverse, and then there's a item there for Master Duel. Okay, so that was the full deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, I apologize I couldn't go in detail. I mean, I was a little gabby here anyways, but I just, I don't know the full out like combos and all that. I do know that you can still do the old school like OTK way, so that would just be a lot of spells and then the monsters, or you can go more trap based, and I think people are basing it off of this, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I guess there's a couple different ways to run this deck, but I'll research this a little bit myself, and we'll see what we can come up with, and hopefully if I just got the urge, I will post a profile. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day. Peace.